I'm pleased to announce Disclosure Fest. We have Caressa and Renee and Adrian. Give it up for Adrian.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming down for this amazing meditation, and thank you for coming to Dimension of Disclosure. What an amazing event, right? I really, really want to thank Corey Goode and Roger Richards and Adrian for putting this on. How many people here have been to events like this before? And who haven't? Wow, I keep hearing about this. Welcome to being awakened. How does it feel? Amazing. So it's so beautiful to see this because you're here in an event that can provide more tools for you as you walk through this life path to ascension. And these tools are wonderful. All the things you could learn here between what's going on in the cosmos, what's going on within you, and how to use your centers and your energy towards healing with love. It's so powerful. So I'm Adrian Vallera with Disclosure Fest. We are a community and initiative-based nonprofit platform in Los Angeles. So we basically do our initiatives. We have 4 currently running at all times, which is a clean air initiatives where we plant trees, restore forests and waterways, and teach people about, the wild, teach people about the natural habitat and how to protect it, as well as the beach cleanup initiative, which we go out and bring groups of people and clean beaches with Heal the Bay, Ocean Conservancy, partners like Tree People, and we clean our beaches. We did 8,500 pounds of trash last year, over 4,500 trees. Thanks. And then one initiative particularly was always coming to mind with our homeless population. We've been seeing them everywhere. There's refugee populations around the world. And these beings need help. So we started an initiative called Feed Our Souls, which we go out into skid rows and homeless communities, and we feed 300 to 500 people at a time, bring clothes, and bring sound baths and yoga, and just teach and bring that frequency up in an area that's super low vibrational. And I encourage you in your neighborhoods and cities to do the same if you can, because these beings need help, and just an uplift in frequency can do so much. We also have our mass meditation initiative we do every year. It is what it sounds like. This is a mass meditation, but we do it in a festival surrounding in Los Angeles. We had over 10,000 people this year. We, brought people together to teach and encourage pure life path with sound healings and yoga. Amazing workshops, familiar to what you'd see here. So if you can check us out, we're disclosurefest.org. Join us. If you're in LA, please be part of our initiatives. If you're somewhere else and you want to do something like this, email us. I'd love to help you out with some guidelines and show you how to do something like this, because it's super important right now. So we're going to do a meditation, which is usually the meditations I like to do are like visual journeys. Anybody here is great with visualization? Yay. Well, if you're not, don't worry. The intention of what you're doing is projected through this. I want to call up somebody special today. Corey Goode, please come up. Awesome. Corey's been, since he's come out into the foreground, I've been really researching and checking what he's been doing and really tuning into my meditations and finding that I really align with a lot of what's going on. And the fact that he is always talking about mass meditation. So real quick, I want to why do you encourage mass meditation?
It allows us to connect with our other selves and bring a joint intent to the mass consciousness. The more we come together and focus on one intent, the more we co-create it together. So mass meditation is basically us taking back the power. You know, the dark forces use our co-creative power against us. That's their magic.
I love it. Can you stay with us during this guided meditation? So we're gonna have Corey on stage. Awesome. So the frequency of this planet has been vibrating to a point to where it's been the highest it's ever vibrated. So now we're tuning into something that when we put intentions, it's instant manifestation. When we see it, it's already manifesting. So we're gonna go through a journey and manifest healing ourselves, the planet, and each other, which turns out to be the universe. Is that cool? Yes. Let's begin. So before we begin, I want to thank Renee Armenta, who's here. He's going to be doing some flute work with some sound healing. And Krista Ayers, which is going to be doing some sound frequency with some bowls and help raise that vibration. Over here on this pillar with a Tibetan bowl in it, it's filled with crystals that were donated by a good light brother, Evan Connors, and Connor Evans, sorry. and then one of our vendors, Sandy, here on that you should come and visit if you're here. So what we're going to do towards the end of this meditation is put our love and intention into these crystals, and each of us are going to come up after and pick one out and take home a piece of this mass meditation. Sounds good? Okay. Let's now just sit back, close your eyes, feel your sitting bones on your seats, your feet on the ground. Feel your shoulders just relax with your breath. You can hear your heartbeat. You can feel and hear the air passing through your lungs and your diaphragm. Find your center. We're going to take a deep breath now and bring the energy from our Mother Earth in from our root chakras, our tailbones. And I want you to fill your whole body and your aura with this energy from the earth. And as you exhale, bring it back down into the earth. Take another deep breath. Inhale, bring that earth energy in from your root chakra, your tailbone. Fill your whole body and light body and your aura. And as it's filled, I want you to notice there's little dust particles or fragments. This is like stuck emotional energy. As you exhale, filter it back down into the earth. Take a few breaths like this, and as you notice these fragments becoming less and less as we clear our field. Now, as we notice above in the sky, the sun is straight above us. We're going to take a deep breath and bring the golden light energy of the sun all the way down like a beam into our crown chakras, the top of our heads, all the way through our bodies, our energy centers. And we're going to grow a root, like from a tree, into the tailbone, out from your tailbone into the ground. And let this root travel down into the earth, deep as possible, all the way till we connect to the inner core of the earth. As we penetrate that core, we're going to take a deep breath and bring that core earth energy up from this root and fill our bodies up with this core energy, our light bodies, our centers, our fields. And exhale it back down. We're going to do another breath as we bring the sun's golden energy again down into our crown chakras, all the way through our bodies, all the way through this root we've developed, penetrating our core, past the core, all the way to the other end, the other side of our planet. And keep seeing this golden stream of light looping all the way back around the sun. This should look like a golden ring going through our sun, going through our energy centers, and going through the earth. Let's do 3 breaths where we see this energy traveling through this ring, connecting us with the sun, receiving our downloads, our cosmic information, connecting us with the earth, since she's in this ascension process with us, and we want to show her we are connected all the way back around. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Now let's do another breath where we simultaneously bring the earth's energy in from your root chakra, and I want you to absorb a whole breath of earth energy into your heart center. See that whole breath of earth energy enter and fill your heart center. Now bring that golden stream of light from the sun into your crown and absorb that whole breath of sun into your heart center. As you zoom in and you see your heart center filled and swirling with green and pink energy from the sun and the earth, we're going to bring that energy up from your heart, past your throat chakra, up the back of your neck, and into the center of your brain, where exists your pineal gland, and absorb that whole breath of energy into your gland. This is our access to Source. Now, if you would, close your third eye, your inner screen. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, open your eyes and notice you're on a ridge overlooking a beautiful, vast ocean. And when you look down to your body, you're in a golden eagle. What do eagles do? They fly. So let's lift off this ridge and fly in the sky over the ocean. You can feel the wind through your feathers. You can hear the wind in your ears. Let's cleanse with wind and air energy now. Bring that wind energy as you inhale into your crown chakra and let it pass through your whole body and out your feet. And as you notice that wind coming out your feet, there's a little bit of dust or fragments. This is emotional energy. So every breath you take, that wind coming out through your feet is going to be clearer and clearer as we cleanse with air and wind energy. Now when you notice the air coming out of your feet is now clear as we cleansed all those emotional stuck energy that we have in our fields. And you look down in your body, you're no longer an eagle, but you are a cloud in the sky. As you're a cloud in the sky, what do clouds do? They absorb moisture from the ocean. They absorb the water from the ocean. What are we going to do now is we're going to take some deep breaths and bring the water from the ocean up into our cloud bodies. And now we're going to cleanse with water. Bring that water in from your crown, let it pass through your bodies. As you notice, when you look at your feet, it's a little murky. This is a reflection of emotional energies that we have triggers to from all the dysfunctional, possibly, programming that we have. So we're just going to cleanse with water now. Bring that water in from your crown. Let it pass through. Every breath is clearer and clearer. And now that we notice the water coming out of our feet is clear, we've now cleansed with water energy. So as we're still clouds in the sky, let's fill our cloud body with water and hold it. Keep breathing in and bring that water in from the ocean and fill our cloud body. And now that we're full of our water from our ocean, as you look up, you're noticing that you're drifting into some mountain ranges. And as we know, all over the world, there's so many places that have been not getting the rainfall needed. So we're going to go to the top of a mountain and we're going to rain. And we're going to fill up creeks and rivers and lakes with water. Let's take a deep breath. And as you exhale, just rain on that mountain. See those rivers filling with water, leading to streams and lakes that had water lines that were 10 to 20 to 30 feet below their water line. And see those lakes filling with water again. And as those lakes drop into another river that leads to the ocean, and that river has not led to the ocean in so long, we can see steelhead trout and salmon and other fish migrating back up this river into these lakes and streams, and just restoring the habitats. Can't you see how powerful and how gifted and how much love we have? Let's continue now And if we look down on our bodies, we're no longer a cloud body anymore, but we're a bird. I'm going to pick a blue jay. I love blue jays. You guys can pick whatever bird you like. I like bluebirds. So now we're flying, and all of us on this live stream or in this room, let's fly towards our home cities. And as we see the cities in our distance, and we're descending, and we're starting to notice that inside our cities there's homeless encampments all over. And overseas and other countries, there's refugee camps with millions of people sometimes. Let's descend, and we're going to land on one of our homeless brothers and sisters, or even children, one of their tents. And we're going to sit on their tent, and we're going to look at one of our brothers, sisters, and children just standing there in front of you. Ask him or her to put out their hand, and we're going to jump off that tent and jump right into their hand. Look at them in the eye. We're going to take a deep breath. And as we exhale, I want you to see yourself in that being of light. And when that being exhales, I want you to see him again or her. And do a couple breaths where you just see yourself in this beautiful being, and so on. Now we're going to take another deep breath, and from our hearts we're going to send love energy and penetrate his, her, that child's heart as this being sends love energy back to you. And just let's let that love energy bounce back between each other for a breath. Now let's grab that beautiful being's hand. Let's close our third eye or our inner screen. Take a breath and take one step forward. Open that third eye, that inner screen, and now you're noticing that you're not in the city. You're in a self-sustaining community where we see rows of houses or earth ships lined up along the ridge of a mountain, and in front of these earth ships there's gardens. And now our homeless brothers and sisters, they're there, have their own space, and tend to a garden every day. Each house has different forms of vegetables, some that grow under the earth like carrots and potatoes and radishes, some that grow suspended in air like tomatoes and peppers, and some that grow laying on the earth like squash, pumpkin. As you walk around, you're noticing as they harvest their vegetables every day, they're bringing it into a community kitchen where they're prepped to feed the whole community. As you continue to walk around, you're seeing areas where people are conducting workshops, yoga, meditation, sharing information from the cosmos, people traveling like Buddhist monks, lamas, gurus, as they travel through with other nomads and travelers just to teach what they've learned around the world. You can see areas where our children are being taught mathematics and sacred geometry, how to use their energy to heal. All these wonderful things that a lot of us have missed in archaic societies that we've grown up in. Let's now close our third eye or inner screens and take another breath and step forward. As we open our eyes, we're back in that city or that refugee camp, and there was all these tents and encampments that are no longer there. And some of our brothers that have gone through living in our community, self-sustaining communities, are now, some of them have chosen to come back and maybe own businesses or teach yoga, teach Pure Life Path to people that need that. The streets are clear and clean. And these are the type of change we can do with visualization and meditation and intention. Let's close our eyes again, open and look at our bodies, and now we're back to being that bird that you chose. And let's lift off. Let's fly towards our capital. Wherever you are in the world, on this live stream or in this room, let's fly to our capital. For me, I'm going to be flying to Washington, D.C. And as we near your capitals, let's descend and land on a windowsill overlooking senators and congressmen, councilmen, assemblymen, talking about true change and actually serious about implementing it. You're hearing conversations about cleaning our water, not using fluorides and chlorines, banning products that contain harmful and hazardous chemicals that we can't actually use on our bodies anymore. They're gone. Banning and abolishing spraying aluminums and heavy metals in the sky. Actually talking about free and infinite energy, 0 point energy. And preparing a plan effectively so that we all can embrace and use this abundant energy. Putting an end to the families that actually run this world and have control over us in this world no longer exist. Taking our militaries and our weapons and recycling them for self-sustaining communities and to share, taking our soldiers and using them to come into communities to help rebuild and share in love and light energy, and having no more wars on this planet. We don't need war. Putting an end to using fossil fuels. Putting an end to nuclear energy. Preparing programs to send to every home in the world on how we can use this free energy and what's been going on with the whole universe and our interaction with it, and releasing full disclosure in a peaceful and loving way, and asking for forgiveness. And we, as loving beings of light, will forgive that. And we will ask for forgiveness. I can see a change in this planet happening, and I know you all can. And these type of intentions and meditation are so important, and I suggest and encourage you every day to do whatever you can to visualize these type of changes. Let's all now connect with the whole planet and the universe, shall we? Let's take some deep breaths and bring the sun and earth energy into our bodies again. And let's fill our bodies, our light bodies, our centers, our auras. Let's fill it with earth and sun energy. See this energy penetrating our cells and expanding out of our bodies and connecting to the person's energy next to you. And as we keep breathing, everyone in this room or at home with your own group, you're visualizing your one energy now. In every breath, you're expanding past the mountain ranges and cities. And there's people on this live stream all over the world, and we want to connect with their energy as we all expand together like a constellation, as we connect to every single person and circumvent this planet and create a blanket of love completely around this planet. I want you to see that we've expanded outside this room or the rooms in your homes or parks, and now that we're all expanded into one energy circumventing this planet. Let's feed this blanket of love around this planet. Let's just feed more energy to it with love, using your heart centers. Now let's imagine that this earth is the center of the universe. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to collapse this blanket of energy into the core of our earth, Lindsay. And as we exhale, we're going to expand it to cover the whole universe. As we share love through the whole universe. Let's start coming down into our bodies again. We're not going to open our eyes or anything, just come in. I know we've taken a very long journey. And now, if you recall at the beginning of this meditation, behind Corey, Carissa, and Renee, and myself, there's a bowl of crystals donated by Connor Evans and Sandy. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a deep breath and fill our hearts again with love. And we're going to do 3 loud ohms. And we're going to project our love, even at home in this live stream, project your love into these crystals. And we're going to take a deep breath, and when we exhale, we're going to do 3 loud, comfortable ohms. Are we ready? Take a deep breath. Oh. let's now keep breathing and then getting into your center. We're starting to keep seeing that root connected to the earth. And now we can start feeling our toes and our shoulders. You can feel the room again and the presence of all of us. And you can slowly just come back and just know that you were part of healing yourselves, each other, this planet, and the universe. Thank you.